To me, it represents the very best of Israel.
These guys are my heroes, putting their lives on the line, they're risking life and limb.
To defend not only the state of Israel, but to defend Jews all over the world, and they do it gladly.
And the tragedy is that blood has been painfully spilled in order to protect the place that we can call our home.
It is still the most touching thing, and it summed everything up for me. There was a guy, his name was Ravid. He got down on his knees, and he picked up the dirt. He said, "This is our homeland. This is why I fight. And this is why I protect, not just for me, but for you."
I had the great honor of going last year on the JNF trip, the boot camp for Achim Chaim, for the Brothers for Life.
And being part of the Brothers for Life world.
We got a little bit of a glimpse of what it's like to serve in the IDF, and that was quite the eye-opening experience.
This was the real deal. We were pushed, both physically and mentally.
But the hardest part of the trip was the emotional part.
Spending time with these guys and listening to them and their stories of how they served and how they were injured.
Understanding and seeing the pain that still, even though many of them look fine, but you can feel it and see it.
One of the nights that was the most meaningful for me, and I think for all of us, was the night that we spent at the brothers' house. We walk in, and there's 50 of them lined up in a row. Each one grabbed us and gave us a hug.
Meeting them took my guts out.
Here's some bunch of guys coming from North America. What's the connection here? When they heard Jason's story, that blew them away.
In 1990, my sister was killed by Hamas in Tel Aviv.
And they realized the fact that terrorism affects us all, and we were in it together.
You can't imagine that one day you're serving, you get injured, and then it turns off, and their life needs to continue. But it's not that easy.
So I think it's incumbent upon us to help any way we can.
That's what we're doing here tonight. We are helping these men who are protecting us live and carry on. And quite frankly, if any of us in the room today were born in Israel, this could be us, or this could be our son or nephew or brother.
All of these veterans need money for whether it's physical rehabilitation, mental caring, financial support for new education, job training, housing.
It's our responsibility to ensure that the funds are there to help train them, to help get them to a level where they can sustain themselves.
The one thing I think that is very unique about Brothers for Life is it's very grassroots. Like, you can actually touch and see the benefit that comes from providing them support.
I've witnessed with my own eyes guys that couldn't walk be flown to America and had special braces created.
And that brace has enabled them to walk. I mean, we were dancing on the top of a mountain with this guy that 3 months ago could not walk.
The whole concept of Brothers for Life and them helping each other is so important.
Some of the veterans who've been injured the worst and who have become the most despondent and the ones who really felt that their lives were over, not only were they saved by the organization and their interactions with other injured veterans, but they have become now employees of that organization and are probably some of their best employees. So their lives were saved twice.
When you visit with them and you see the community that they're creating and continue to create, and the healing that provides not only for someone who's been recently wounded, but for someone who has come through that process themselves with support, what it does for them is transformational.
JNF did a fabulous job of setting it all up and making it work.
I've seen over the years JNF really take that 100% Israel to heart in all aspects of Israel.
The funds that are going to Israel are going to needed areas.
We're there to make the country a better place. We're there to help the people. We're there to make Israel flourish for future generations. That's our job. And that doesn't just involve planting trees anymore.
I think what is most special about what organizations like Brothers for Life do is that it's a mirror. And what it reflects for us is that this deep-seated awareness of where we have come from.
It's a really special opportunity to be able to give back when it's so clear that it could have been us.
Without these young veterans, there is no Israel. And these guys are heroes.
And that's why I wear my dog tag that they awarded us every day.